Hi, I'm Jay Monte, and this is True Fan Boxing Talk. I'm here with my colleague Sean Sullivan, Boxing Digest. Sean, May 1st came and went. You were out in Las Vegas. How did you perceive the fight?
Well, it was pretty packed. It was a nice crowd. 15,000 people were there. And aside from the second round, in which Mosley kind of had the upper hand, buzzed Mayweather a little bit, to everyone's surprise, Basically, Mayweather is as Mayweather does. He does the same thing every time, whether he's fighting Shane Mosley or Carlos Baldemir. He can get away with it.
Tell me, Sean, it seemed between the second and third round, Mosley aged 10 years. Did you see anything between the rounds that changed the fight? What really happened?
Only that Mayweather is such an intelligent fighter that he adjusted to what Mosley was doing. He even said at the post-fight press conference that his father and uncle, both in the corner, were telling him to stick to the game plan, what we worked on in camp, and you'll be fine. So he just got back to that. He didn't let it affect him adversely, and he just went on doing his business.
They were mentioning on the broadcast that there was panic in the Mayweather corner between rounds after that second round. Was there? Did you see it?
Not that they expressed, really. He, in my opinion, he wasn't really that buzzed. Sure, yes, he got hit, but he's been hit before, and he's come back from it. So I didn't really see that as that much of a big deal.
As far as Mosley's concerned, anything in the future for him now, or is he just retired?
He's got some fights. You know, one thing I'd like to see with him, why not fight Zeb Judah? They were supposed to have the fight, I think, in 2008, and then Judah put his hand through a shower door, and they had to cancel the fight.
Right.
But Judah's looking for a fight.
Right.
Mosley's needs to come back against somebody. They're both former champions. Why not? That's a good fight.
That's a good observation. Now, Mayweather-Pacquiao, kind of this week, there's not been too much talk about it. Then Pacquiao released a statement. What was the statement?
Pacquiao commenting on Mayweather's demands for the blood testing and the urine testing and USADA overseeing the procedure. He kind of relented and said, for the good of boxing, I might go along with this, after being so adamant about not wanting to go through with it. Not through the whole camp, but he just didn't want to have it a month before the fight date. And then he compromised and said, okay, 24 days before the fight is the cutoff. Okay. And Mayweather at that time said, no, 14 days. So that's when the whole thing got, kaput. But now he says, okay, maybe I'll try this for the good of boxing.
The chances are that they will meet before the end of the year?
I believe so. I
Maybe
really
September, October. Okay, well, for the good of boxing, we have a couple of fights coming up this weekend. And one fight is Antonio Margarito making a comeback in Mexico against Roberto-Garcia, I believe.
Right, Roberto-Garcia.
And how do you see this fight going? Does the American fan care about it? I mean, after the rap...
Of course. Okay. He is a controversial figure. He is a dangerous fighter. He was a former welterweight champion. Right. And he doesn't really have a license in the States to fight right now, so that's why they're fighting in Mexico. I know they're trying to get him a license out here.
Providing he wins, now there's been rumors that Pacquiao might fight him in November. How true, though, provided that Mayweather walks out again? Basically,
Pacquiao's promoter, Top Rank, are looking for any viable option, plan B, should the Mayweather fight not happen. And Margarito is one of those options.
Okay, another fight this weekend. Kermit Cintron steps in the ring with Paul Williams at 154. I like Cintron's chances. How do you feel?
So, I'm picking Williams in this one. Okay. Yes, Williams tends to not fight. He doesn't fight to his advantage, and he doesn't use his strengths with his size and reach advantages and his boxing skills. He likes to get in there and close and rumble a bit. Right. But I still think that even doing that, he still have the upper hand over Cintron.
Well, Cintron holds a big victory over Alfredo Angulo. He's used to being the upset guy. I just feel when Williams goes into that little crouch and starts doing the volume punching, Cintron could take advantage of it. He's a live dog in my estimate. I just feel that way. How do you feel the fight would close after the 12th round if it reaches that? Both will have a little bit of punching ability.
How do I think it's going to close?
How do you think it's going to close if it goes to full round? I perceive a war like Martinez against Williams.
Absolutely. This is not such a favored fight for either one of these guys. It's a 50-50 kind of fight. You know, they're both coming back from some adversity.
Okay.
But it's interesting because the winner, yes, it's going to be at 154, but the obvious choice for the winner is a shot at Sergio Martinez, who is both the junior middleweight champion and the middleweight champion at the same time. And
he fought both Williams and Cintron, so that whoever wins it's gonna be a very good rematch.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, the 154 and 160 weight classes are really spicing up right now because of that.
Well, it's gonna be a very good weekend for Sean Sullivan Boxing Digest. I'm Jay Monte, True Fan Boxing. Be there in the square. Take care.